Hello everyone, my name is 3G Geek and I'm your host. Welcome to this video and this channel, and today we are going to be talking about my initial review of Ni no Kuni Revenant Kingdoms. Yeah, I guess that's about it. But regardless, after a quick little video, we'll jump right into my initial review. So, as I kind of mentioned before, this is a game that kind of initially flew under the radar for me, but there was this channel on YouTube that I really enjoy watching, and they mentioned it many a times over and over and over again, and I decided that I wanted to finally try it. And the price was right at GameStop. I bought it for, I want to say $30, and it was actually brand new, and I actually got this like special edition thing. I came with the steel case, the game, a soundtrack, and this other thing. But regardless, $30 brand new at GameStop, used. I think it was about $20 or something like that as of right now. And so feel free to go check it out if this piques your interest at all. But Ni no Kuni II Revenant Kingdom is a JRPG that's very colorful and very fun to play. It is just a massive RPG that you will take hours and hours and hours to complete, and right now it seems really easy, although I will say the whole caveat to that is I am playing on the easy mode, so I'm probably just fooling myself in terms of how easy it actually is, but I still enjoy it right now because it's nice and relaxing and not too stressful for the limited amount of time that I have to play games nowadays. But jumping away from just like the aesthetic of it and the general, like the easiness of the game, there is a lot to this game that I really just was not expecting. I knew it was kind of like a dungeon crawler and like an open world thing, but it surprised me with a few new elements. So, as I mentioned, there is like the dungeon crawler where you're just going through and then you encounter enemies and you fight them and you can pick up items and gold and just all that good stuff. But there's also more of an open world aspect to it where where it's way zoomed out and you're just running around a massive map, and then there are random encounters and chests. Well, I shouldn't say random encounters, you can clearly see the enemies, but they still run over to you and try to attack you and all that good stuff. Anyway, so there's those two, and there are those two pieces of the game, and that is the main gameplay function as of right now. So some additional things that I've actually run into is a puzzle. So what you essentially have to do is you have to trace a route through all of these floors that fall away, and you have to trace it in a very specific way. So you have to be able to navigate everywhere and hit all of these markers in a specific order. Now the order you don't necessarily know, you kind of have to piece it together through a book that is at the very start of the puzzle. Now the book will have hints and clues to be able to tell you like what order you need to go in to hit these certain markers, and if the idols should be facing a certain way or rotated in a certain way, and all of that good stuff. And then you just have to piece it together, and then there are a couple different stages to be able to get to the end of it. Next, and one thing that I really did not expect at all, was actually this battle system. It's kind of not quite rock paper scissors-esque. It's like archery beats swords, swords beats hammers, or something like that. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but you have your little guys, and again it's a zoomed out view, and you have your little guys, and you're supposed to counter, like again, the rock paper scissors. So if there's archery people up there, you counter them with whatever the counter is supposed to be, and then you make your way through this huge battlefield. And there's a point system for the amount of units that you have left up in the corner, and it's not horribly complicated, but I kind of rushed through the mechanics of it, and yeah, it's just kind of a basic like battle system, and it was actually a nice change in pace. And the interesting thing about this game so far, and I do believe it is just like RPGs or slash JRPGs in general, but I've been playing for about 4 hours, and at about 3.5 hours is when they introduced that battle system that I just talked about. So I'm curious to see how long they will keep introducing new concepts and all of that different stuff into the game itself. I'm very curious to see what will happen with all of that. And last but not least, I want to talk about the story a little bit. So far, I mean, it's a little cliche. There was a story element at the very beginning of it that I kind of saw coming. Maybe it was just me, maybe I'm just super cynical, but it seems to be kind of like a cat-esque thing versus mice people or something like that. So I mean that's a little weird, but it's a JRPG and that's just the nature of the beast. Sometimes you have to just kind of accept stuff, and again, as I have mentioned before in previous videos, this game just kind of flew under the radar for me just because it's just outside of the realm of my normal games that I play, but I wanted to give it a try and just kind of expand my gaming horizons, so to speak. But so far the story is fairly interesting. I'm very curious to see where it will go from here and exactly how deep the story will go. There's been some emotional parts, there's been some kind of funny parts, and just kind of everything in between. The characters seem lovable and just very fun to be around, and I'm interested to see how these personalities will develop further into the story as we go. But with that being said, if any of this piques your interest, I actually have put up some videos of gameplay online already. You may have seen those, but I will link those down in the description down below, so you guys can go check it out if any of this sounds any sort of interesting to you at all. And this brings us to the end of this video, so if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to hit me up down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please remember to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out trying to figure out what you guys like and what you don't like. And last but not least, the subscribe button. If you really like seeing my face and you want to see more of it, please hit that subscribe button, and also remember to ring that little bell so you know when I post new videos and when I stream and all that good stuff. And last but not least, I am on 3 major social media platforms. We've got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I am on all of those. It is 3G Geek is my username, and it will either be my face or my YouTube logo in the picture, whatever you want to call it. And feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff on all of those social media platforms. And with all of that being said, this is 3G Geek signing off.